Well, it's Sunday. Unless you're not listening to this on a Sunday, in which case it's whatever day you're listening to this on, but that's irrelevant. It was released on a Sunday, and if you're a true fan of the show, then you listen to it like before you went to bed that night. So Sunday. And I'm sticking with that.
I'm open to any fan can listen to any time they want to on any day of the week. That's all that matters.
It's true. I don't feel like we're not at the stage where we can be like, if you're not going to listen on the day of the release, then
don't
piss
bother.
off, because who are you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to. I haven't said this in a long time. I'm going to do it.
Sure.
I'm going to do it. I'm going for it.
Please do.
Hello and welcome to another episode of
The Movie Men Podcast.
Did you there was a big pause there. Did you have to remember?
No, see, when you said,
Did you not remember what the show was?
Well, I never remember what this show's called, but I actually thought you were going to do that part when you said, I'm going to do this. So that's why I was kind of...
Oh, no. I was gonna pitch the ball to you so that you could swing.
I didn't catch that till it was late, but I'm glad I caught on, and I'm glad you set me up.
I am ecstatic that you caught on. So listen, we're the Movie Men. I'm Brady.
Again, I'm Pete.
And we got this little show on the internet where we review movies most of the time. Sometimes we review TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we just get on and talk. Sometimes we just chit chat.
Mm-hmm.
We just do a little bit of life, you and me.
And sometimes we also just give weather updates.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes we're like, well, it's episode 127. Pretty sunny. Okay, now join us next week. Those are not our popular episodes, but that's okay.
You know what
okay.
are popular episodes, though? Episodes... don't answer that question.
Of the Joe Rogan show?
No, of our show. Popular episodes are episodes that when we have guests. We have guests
That's true.
who we are having join us. And, speaking of which, that's what we're doing.
Whoa. First, before we do that, typically we would introduce the fact that we have our own bingo.
Oh.
That's sort of become a tradition here.
Yes.
Is that we would say, hey, we have this bingo thing. You can play along. The link is in the the link is in the description. Mm-hmm. You just got to click on the whatever. It was devised by a good friend of the show, named Marshall Lewis.
Yes.
And normally we would tell you all about it. Normally we'd be like, hey, this is the do. This is the deal.
Yep.
However, we've decided enough is enough.
Yes.
Let's get this guy on the show.
Heck yeah.
So Marshall, can you tell us about bingo?
Can I tell you about bingo? I mean, what more is there to say? If you watch the show, you've got a good idea, or if you listen to the show, rather, I guess. You've got a good idea of the things that tend to show up quite a bit, and that was the inspiration behind bingo, was noticing all of these consistencies in the episodes.
Right. Pete's lewdness.
Yeah.
Moments that I have to edit out because Pete's like, oh, that effing stupid. Like when he marginalizes whole groups of people at a time, and I'm like, oh, man. And then I'm stuck editing it out.
Right.
Yeah. What a nightmare.
Just nightmare.
Hello, Marshall.
Hello.
Thank you for having us on your show.
Hey, it's my pleasure to have you.
Because this is essentially, it kind of feels like, listen, not only do you listen, I feel like you listen to just about every episode that comes out.
I think there's 10 that I haven't listened to.
Okay. surely we review movies that you haven't seen.
This is true.
What would are you then going out and watching that film in order to listen, or are you just so mesmerized by the sound of our voice that that you listen regardless of your knowledge of the film?
Well, it's kind of a combination of multiple scenarios depending on the film. So there's a couple of films that I have no interest in whatsoever, and knowing that have felt free to listen without fear of spoilage. And then there's a couple that I've been meaning to watch, and so I'll go out of my way to watch them. And then there's a couple I still haven't watched, and so I haven't listened. And those are the 10 or so episodes that I haven't heard your episodes
Well,
of.
you should work on that, because our Titanic episode is fantastic, and I really think you would enjoy it.
Well, actually, that's the one I went back and watched, or listened to, rather, when I first used my bingo.
Cool. Oh wow. Oh, put it through the ringer.
Yeah.
Indeed, and I still didn't get a bingo, so...
What?
I'm sorry. I feel responsible. I feel like, there are times where I'm like, we'll get partway through an episode and I'll be like, I haven't mentioned Tim Burton yet. Maybe I should say Tim Burton just to, just to throw the audience a bone here.
Yeah.
Just for the kids at home.
Like in the old film reels where you could just throw an image in between some of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of, you guys are having a conversation, Star Wars, and you keep...
Hide a frame in there.
Yeah. Going.
Yeah, we could do that. So this is a different week. This is a different week. We're not going to review a film.
No.
We're not interviewing Marshall, although we probably could. But we'll do that some other time. It's taken 125 episodes to get you on this show.
This is 125?
Yes.
This is episode 125.
Hey, congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's it's 124 more than we had originally planned. So we're swinging for the fences at this point. Listen, everyone's got actors that they enjoy, or actresses. And we're not exempt from that. And so we thought it would be fun this episode to sit down and talk about, we've done our top 10, was it top 10 favorite movies?
Yes.
Yeah, we did our top 10 favorite movies. We decided now it's time to do our top 10 favorite actors / actresses. So we're going to go around and take turns working through ranking them. Right, so we'll say, okay, my number 10 is, and then give a quick little description of why. Maybe if they're a more obscure actor or actress, we'll give a little bit of, you may know them from such and such or such and such, and just really, what is it about this person that draws you in? What is it about this person that when you see that they're in a movie, you go, ooh, that's something for me to keep an eye out for. So we're going to go through and we're going to do all that. Then I think we each have maybe a couple of like honorable mentions that are in no specific given order, just something that was like, this person almost made the list. And then we're also going to do 5 prospective actors or actresses. So 5 actors or actresses that are either up and coming or have been around for a while and but for some reason it's just never really been a part of your movie repertoire. They're not an actor or actress who you've seen a whole lot of, but for whatever given reason, they've recently come into the spotlight of your brain, and you're excited to either dive into more of their films that already exist, or you're excited to see where they go next. Those also are going to be kind of in no real specific order, or at least for me, they're not. The only things I ranked was my top 10 actors and actresses. Are we savvy? Am I missing anything?
Can I just clarify? Are we, is it the proper use to say actor and actress, or I thought actor covered the whole gamut?
I don't know. Is that a new thing?
I don't know.
Is that a thing now where I don't know. I don't think of it as, it's like Mr. and Mrs. Actor and actress, waiter and waitress.
Yeah.
Have we moved away from that? Is it like
I don't know.
server now? Do we just do
maybe.
server?
Yeah.
Or mail person, fire person?
Yeah.
Although that's stupid. Nobody says fire person.
Well,
I don't know.
sometimes.
I've certainly used actor to refer to the whole bunch, but
So have I. But I've also used actress to refer to,
Yeah,
and like
I
someone
feel
would be
like
like,
I
oh,
use both.
Gary Busey.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh, he's my favorite actress. Yeah.
actress is kind of like a, of the two, the little bit more exclusive term.
It's a little bit.
Yeah.
But we can change that. It doesn't need to be that way. So,
Cool.
anyways, I feel like the honors should be with our guest to
Absolutely.
go first. If he wants to go first.
The honor
The honor.
is mine.
Marshall, sir, what is your number 10 spot favorite actor, actress, acting person, thespian, whatever,
Your favorite
Whatever strikes your fancy.
carbon-based life form who pretends to be something on film.
Yes. Imagineer. Who is your number 10 spot?
All right. Well, so I've gone through quite a few lists of actors over the past little bit, and moved people around because it's hard to really nail down an order. But if I had to choose a top 10, I think in the list that I've got here, my 10th spot would go to the actor Jason Clarke.
Ooh.
You might recognize him from The Great Gatsby.
Yes.
I know is one of Pete's favorite films. He plays a mechanic. He's not really a main
That's right.
character.
No, yeah, it's a smaller role,
And
but he is in that.
I'd actually say one of my favorite things about him as an actor is he tends to be in films as a side character. Not all of the films, but most of the ones that I've seen him in, he's been a side character. And he also tends to do a lot of period pieces. And I think he fits the roles that he's been in really well when he does do the period pieces.
Right.
And the couple that he has done where he's the main sort of star of the show, I haven't really seen many of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I think he's one of the very main characters in Everest, and that one's been on my watch list for a while. He's kind of a side character in The Great Gatsby, Public Enemies, Death Race. There was one I watched recently called The Devil All the Time. He was kind of like a, not starring character, but one of the many main characters, so still not the main character sort of role.
You could say
but
in that role he killed it.
You could indeed. And something I just found out about him this week, I was looking up interviews with him just to sort of familiarize myself with him as an actor, and found out that he was not an American or British actor. He's just really good at his British and or American accents.
Oh, no way.
Oh, where's he from?
I believe he's an Australian actor.
Oh, cool.
And I never would
I
have
do think I knew that.
never would have thought that voice was coming out of him if I hadn't seen it myself. So
I've got someone on my list later on who's very similar, who I'd seen in several movies before I realized their true voice, like their true accent. And I was like, oh my gosh, like that's incredible.
yeah, definitely. I think that's a good sign of at least a good skill for an actor to hold, but maybe even the signs of a good actor regardless.
Totally.
Yeah. That's an interesting pick. There's two main movies that I've seen him in. like as the lead, and I think one of them he's really good in, and the other's just not a good movie, so maybe it's not his fault. Obviously, he played John Connor in the Terminator Genesis movie.
Haven't seen that one.
And you know what? It's not. There are worse movies. It's not amazing. It's not great. So I don't think it's his fault. Something that a lot of people have hated on, but I actually thought was amazing, is he's in the newest rendition of Pet Sematary.
I haven't seen that one either.
Really good in that movie. Like almost if Pet Sematary was the type of film that they would have Oscar consideration for, I would think that his performance in it is worthy.
Oh wow.
Wow, that's high praise.
So, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Pete, do you want to go next?
Sure, yeah, I can. My first impression here is one, Marshall. That was a good pick. I think that's off the board. That's not like a mainstream pick. I worry that my list will be a little mainstream, so I hope you two and film snobs don't judge me for that. But
mine's very mainstream.
Okay. So
yeah, and you know what? And I probably had the same panic that you had when I was figuring out my list. I was like, well, I was like, I feel like a lot of these are cliches, and I feel like because they're cliches, it somehow like unvalidates me as a movie, like it cheapens me as a movie fan, right? It's like asking someone, what's your favorite Batman villain, and they go the Joker, and you go, oh, okay, you simpleton. Like what? Like, do you just because that's the only actor you know? But I was like, so I really wrestled with that, and I was like, so many of my actors are like cliche big name Hollywood actors, but then I was like, but maybe there's a reason. Maybe there's a reason these are the cliche names. They're just so damn good.
Right.
So ultimately, I decided to hell with everyone else, and I'm okay. I'm okay with having mainstream actors. But anyway, I just say that to make you feel, it's okay.
It's a safe place, Pete.
I honestly feel so welcomed here. Like, I honestly appreciate that gesture 1,000%. And I hope good. Oh, please. You're the guest.
Ask a quick question.
Yes.
I wonder if it would be maybe interesting or helpful in the structure if we also threw out our favorite role.
I was planning on doing that anyway, so done.
Yeah.
Perhaps?
Yeah, okay.
So just real quick,
I could do that.
Retroactively, I think my favorite role that I've seen Jason Clarke in is in the film Lawless with Tom Hardy and Shia LaBeouf and Mia Wasikowska.
I have not seen it.
Gary Oldman.
Cool.
Nice.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so mainstream alert, here it is. And also, remember, welcome safe zone alert, here it is. So my number 10 is, I put it in on a bit of a whim. It's kind of there for shock value. It kind of flip-flop with some of the honorable mentions, but I put Tom Cruise.
Oh my God.
Yeah, mostly just to get you. No, he's not my favorite actor. He's not the best actor, just on a...
Me neither.
He's, for pound, inch for inch, he's not the best actor. But... he is a star. He is truly a star. He's like, Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, like these actors that are so well known in all corners of the earth. He's not just an actor. He's not just a professional. He is just so well known. And for that, I elevated him past some of the other honorable mentions and bumped him in my top 10 just barely. For the vast majority of kind of my decision process, it was because he's in Top Gun, and that really kind of swayed the needle for me. But he's in a lot of classic films that people refer to and are referred to a lot in pop culture, like Rain Man, like Jerry Maguire, and even the Mission Impossible series, which is I feel like it's kind of there with Fast and Furious, with like the number of sequels. I think it's at 27 at this point. So Tom Cruise, I put him there again. Not my favorite actor, obviously, because he's in the 10 slot. And if I'm not gonna go door to door handing out pamphlets asking people if they want to hear why Tom Cruise is the best actor on earth. I'm not there. I just kind of put him there just to kind of stir the pot. And there's a bit of an ounce of me, believing what I'm saying here. But Tom Cruise at number 10.
Fair enough.
And with Top Gun being
Yes.
Top Gun being your favorite role.
Yes. Sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, are you ready?
I am ready.
My 10 slot is a little unique in that my 10 spot is a female.
Nice.
Unique.
Yeah. Unique. Well, unique compared to you guys both did. Anyways.
Yeah.
My number 10 slot, a performer who I would also say is more in the mainstream, but you know what? Hasn't been around, hasn't really been in the spotlight in a number of years. My number 10 slot for the best actor or actress goes to Helen Hunt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm actually unfamiliar with the name.
What?
Ooh.
You know who Helen Hunt is.
You probably recognize the face.
We'll find out.
Twister.
I saw Twister or part of it on TV when I was a child, but before I knew any actors besides maybe Tom Cruise.
Twister is definitely my favorite role of Helen Hunt.
Sure.
But she's been in a bunch of things. She plays the wife in Castaway. She is in an incredible Jack Nicholson movie called As Good as It Gets. And yeah, she's got such great acting chops. She's got emotion. She's beautiful. There's something very charismatic about her. In all of her performances. And so, yeah, I mean, it's short and it's sweet, but my number 10 slot is Helen Hunt.
Wow.
So I just looked her up online, and
yeah, you totally recognize her. I don't
recognize her.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
I know I've seen Twister, or part of Twister, and I've also seen Castaway, but it was long ago enough that I don't recognize.
Do you have a pen and pencil?
Do I?
Yes.
I can pretend I do and type something up.
Yeah. As Good as It Gets. Add that to your rainy day list. As Good as It Gets.
That's a long list.
Yeah. Oh, also at the end of this episode, Marshall, I want to genuinely, like the way Pete and I used to recommend movies for each other, I want to give you a homework assignment.
Oh, wow.
I want to give it to both of you because I watched a movie this past week that actually redefined a genre for me.
Oh.
Redefined a genre.
So does this go both ways? Or three-way, I guess?
Yeah, we can, I'm always, as I apparently alluded to in our last Black Mirror episode, I am always down for a three-way. So
let's move on here.
Marshall,
as I get the bingo.
What is your number 9 spot?
Yeah.
The actor that I have placed in my number 9 actor or actresses of 10 is Paul Dano.
Ooh.
Perhaps his most well-known role might be in Looper with Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
He played a character who had quite a unfortunate fate in a very impressively well done way on film. But my first interaction with him was probably watching the film Little Miss Sunshine in my first year dorm with Pete, I think.
I don't think I've seen this.
No, well, I think I left partway through because it made me feel so uncomfortable at the time. Wow. But I think my favorite role that I've seen him in is There Will Be Blood. But if you've seen Paul Dano play in a film, you've pretty much seen his standard. He's got a couple of roles where he plays something other than his norm, but he tends to be the really, really annoying character. He likes to, or appears to like to be an annoying character in films, and is really good at it. I don't imagine that's his personal life as well. I would hope not, but he certainly is good at acting that way.
Or in the typecast of being the person suspected of kidnapping children.
Yeah, in Prisoners.
Yeah.
Oh, spoilers.
No, I just said
Sorry,
suspected.
I haven't seen that one yet, boys.
Listen, I just said
come on.
suspected. Like, everyone's a suspect. Just him more so.
Everyone ever is a suspect when it comes to kidnapping children.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like at this point the movie's 8 years old. Like, I feel like there's a statute of limitations here where.
And not even that. I'm not giving anything.
You've had 8 years.
I'm not giving anything away. Like, what I said is just like, he's a suspect.
Obviously, because it's me, I am looking forward to see his portrayal as the Riddler in the new upcoming Batman. Yeah. Yeah, I think he'll do a great job. I think he's a fun fit for something like that.
I think that'll fit in really well with his repertoire.
Yeah. Okay, Pete.
My number 9 is on the Batman theme. Christian Bale.
Ugh.
Yeah, not much to say here. He's just in a lot of films that I enjoy. I feel like there's been a definite development or a kind of a broad stroke of films that he's been in. For me, like I said, he's in the best Batmans on record, which are Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. You know, and it graduated a little bit to other films that are a bit more kind of dimensional. So Vice and The Big Short and, 3:10 to Yuma and like different films that kind of take a different direction than just like the standard Batman films. So I've always appreciated him. He's in one of my favorite films, although it doesn't crack my top 10. I always have a special place for The Prestige, and he's a main character in that film. And he's also a voice in Pocahontas, which was a film that I watched a lot as a kid. I'm not sure if it aged well or not. I haven't really watched it recently, but he was a voice in that film. So Christian Bale is my number 9.
And sorry, what was your favorite role?
I'm going to go with Prestige, but Batman is close
Prestige.
behind.
Christian Bale's Batman. The one performance that makes you look at Adam West as Batman and say, get this man an Oscar.
Do not.
I'm so excited to review those films with you. 'Cause
Sorry, my phone kind of just cut out there. It said, I'm really looking forward to dumping on Christian Bale. That's kind of what I heard.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
That's what I heard.
Okay,
too.
my number 9 slot.
Okay.
Little obscure. Are you ready for this?
I'm so ready.
Tim Conway. So Tim Conway has passed away now of old age. But he was a big fixture for a long time on the Carol Burnett show.
Yes.
So he's a comedic actor.
Yep.
My favorite, my all-time favorite performance of his is the Carol Burnett show.
Right on.
My favorite movie of his was there was a sequel to the original The Shaggy Dog movie.
Oh, yeah.
And so the sequel was called The Shaggy DA.
Yep.
And Dean Jones played Wilby Daniels. But Tim Conway's in it as this like Tim the ice cream delivery guy. And he's just so funny, and it's a brand of humor that doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, the Carol Burnett show, just look up Tim Conway on YouTube, watch some of his old Carol Burnett sketches that he does, and it's so golden because it was a sketch show. And so there'd be a script and they were supposed to follow this thing. And my understanding is Tim would do it the way that was in the script every single time until they were doing it live for real. And then he would start improvising. and he would have they could never get through the skit properly because everyone would be in stitches. They had to stop and laugh and laugh and try to recompose themselves so they could keep going. But what was so golden about it is it was a very rare exception when Tim himself cracked up. So he could do all this, and he could do it and keep this incredible straight face and calm composure while doing it. And that's what made it that much funnier.
Sure.
Was that he was deadly when it came to comedic improvisation. So yeah, so my number 9 slot is Tim Conway.
That's a
He looks
very
familiar, but I
Yeah.
don't think I've seen
Yeah.
him in anything.
That's a very cool. I have to say, right, my initial impression, I'm very pleased and impressed with all your picks so far, both of you gentlemen. A lot of off the board names, specifically with Tim Conway. I am familiar with him only really from the Carol Burnett show. I never would have thought of putting him on this list, but that's a neat pick, Brady.
Thank you. He's also in the Apple Dumpling Gang
Oh yeah,
movies that are on Disney Plus.
sure.
So worth a watch.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
Marshall.
he's also
bringing
apparently in
number 8
Paranormal
slot.
Activity.
That is false. It's not true.
Sorry.
But
Connected
Thanks
to,
for playing.
perhaps.
yeah. Number 8, Marshall.
All right. Bringing it back to the Batman franchise. My
Ooh,
first
wow.
encounter with this actor was through the Batman series. Cillian Murphy.
Ooh, that's not who I thought you were going to say, but he's incredible.
He is. My first encounter with him was definitely him playing the Scarecrow in Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy.
Right.
Dr. Jonathan Crane.
And he is probably my favorite character in that trilogy as well.
Ooh.
Oh, interesting. So fun that he actually appears in all 3 movies.
It's quite nice. I definitely enjoy that aspect. I'm not quite sure I'd say that I've seen him in very varied roles. He does tend to play very similar roles, I'd say, kind of quirky characters, which tends to be something I like with actors, is to them have sort of standard quirkiness that they go back on. But he's played some pretty straightforward roles as well. He obviously was in Inception, another Christopher Nolan film, and Dunkirk as well, where he did a phenomenal job.
He's
and
on
then-
Christopher Nolan's speed dial, that's for sure.
Indeed, yeah. But I'd say my favorite role for him has been watching him in Peaky Blinders, the television series.
Yes. Yeah, which I've watched some of on a recommendation from friends and haven't continued just because I at the time my platter was overflowing with things to watch, but I definitely do intend on returning.
It's quite a good watch, I'd say.
Cool. Pete, number 8.
Number 8 for me is I'd probably still consider him mainstream, but number 8 is Bill Murray. Yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
I forgot about Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, he was one of the first names I thought of. There's a film I grew up with that I think I might say it's my favorite, or at least the reason he's on this list. I'm going to go, What About Bob? It's just a fun comedy. It's just so ingrained in my childhood memories of like growing up with it that it's just a treasured film of mine. So that's how I was introduced to him, and that's what my main association is with him. But just as an actor, he has graduated, and he has been in different things that, in more modern day, Lost in Translation, even more recently, like all those Anderson films like Grand Budapest Hotel and The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou and Moonrise Kingdom. So He's definitely been in a lot of more artistic films more recently, but to me, the main one that stands out is just the sentimental What About Bob? And who doesn't love Bill Murray?
Who you gonna call?
And
Right. He didn't like Ghostbusters.
I didn't put Ghostbusters on here just because that's not as treasured a memory for me.
No. It used to be for me until I reviewed it with you, and then I realized that
I
you
didn't rip it. I
have
just
no soul.
I didn't give it
And-
a ringing endorsement.
Yeah. Okay, my number 8 slot. Coming back to something a little more mainstream, a little more well-known. Ladies and gentlemen, my number 8 spot is the one and only America's Dad, Tom Hanks. I don't know that
Yes.
there's many roles that you can put Tom Hanks in that I would go, I don't know. Whether it's Woody or The Terminal. Oh man, when he plays Victor Navorsky in The Terminal, that movie is breathtaking.
Haven't seen it.
Sully, I just recently rewatched Saving Mr. Banks, where he plays Walt Disney. I still need to watch The Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, where he plays Fred Rogers.
Yes.
That one was really good.
Big, Turner and Hooch. It just goes on and on. Obviously, Forrest Gump, Saving Private Ryan. But for me, my number one favorite film with Tom Hanks in it, you gotta go with Castaway. I mean,
Wow.
the emotion, the just the believability of the character that he portrays in Chuck Nolan it's a breathtaking movie. It's phenomenal. It's on my short list for movies to rewatch, actually. I need to see it again in the coming future. But yeah, my number 8 slot is Tom Hanks, and I really look forward to seeing him. He is playing Geppetto in the new live-action Pinocchio movie.
Oh, baby.
The new Disney live-action Pinocchio movie.
The new Disney live-action Pinocchio movie. Yes, that is a important distinction nowadays.
Yes.
Okay, Marshall, number 7.
Number 7. I want to introduce this actor as a friend of the show, but I'm not quite sure if he's been specifically referred to as a friend of the show so much as is often referred to on the show.
James Marsden.
My number 7 actor or actress is Joaquin Phoenix.
Ooh.
Joaquin Phoenix is actually one of those actors that I look at and say, well, he's everyone's favorite. It's cliche to say that he's in your favorite actors. But upon looking through all of the roles I've seen him in, Gladiator, The Village, Joker, recently Walk the Line, so that I could finish the episode that you guys did on Walk the Line. He definitely kills it every time that he attempts to. So he definitely earns his weight in the public eye, I would say. As for my favorite role for him, I'm not sure. I guess Joker would be the one that comes to mind just because it's most recent and was fairly extreme with him in the title role.
Joker was an amazing movie. A movie that Pete swore we reviewed it. It's like episode 20 or something. It was early on for us. But after reviewing it, Pete swore he would never watch it again.
Yeah.
And have you seen it a second time, sir?
No, it's funny you mentioned that because there's a percentage of me, like 1% of me, that I'm like, oh, Maybe I should rewatch it, and I think I've just forgotten how traumatizing it was, but it was an interesting film from what they accomplished, for sure.
When I watched it the second time, I watched it at home, and I knew what was coming. It was far less...
Okay.
It was far less disturbing as I remembered it being, which was, for me, was a letdown. I was like, oh, this lost some of its stomach twist.
It's shock humor, perhaps.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. But very respectable. Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix is incredible. Obviously, I think I've said it on the show several times. My favorite Joaquin Phoenix film is and will always be Walk the Line. Walk the Line to me is, oh my God. Like, it's definitely in my top 10 films. And it's just, yeah, it's I prefer, okay, hot take. I prefer the Walk the Line soundtrack. I prefer Joaquin Phoenix singing those songs over Johnny Cash's version of those songs.
I'd take that. Yep.
Yeah.
I remember hearing that statement in the episode, and there was part of me that wanted to go and listen to them both back to back, but I never got around to it, so I can't agree or disagree with that statement.
All right. Pete, number 7. What do you got?
Number 7. Before I spill my number 7, I have to just say good pick, Marshall, with the Joaquin Phoenix. You left out a key film for me is the Irrational Man film, which is a more PG version of Joker, I would argue, but a great film, a great actor. Just in general, I'm curious if we'll have any overlap in our lists and if some have been upstaged and if we'll hear some names again later on, but we'll find out. My number 7, and just from here forward, I have to say I'm looking at my 7 and up. These are really starting to get like emotionally charged names. So I'm just preparing you guys. My number 7 is the one and only Julie Andrews.
Wow. I wondered if she was going to show up on someone's list.
Yeah. And listen, it's not for volume. There's not a lot to go over here. Obviously, Sound of Music, which is in my top 10 of films. And with top 10 films, you know, they may shuffle, they may change over the years. I feel like that's one that will never change. Mary Poppins is not in my top 10, but it's close. Just those two roles alone are so magical. Just on her pure pound for pound talent of acting, singing, just everything that it's not like she has a weak point that the creative team has to kind of hide when she's performing, when she's doing something. She was just such a talented actress. And the list past those two is a little weak. Like, yeah, she's voices in Shrek 2 and she was in Princess Diaries. But to me, just as an actress, so talented. Her voice, her acting, everything she brought, her just charm. It's I say it over and over again. I'm so happy she's on my top 10, and that's who my number 7 is.
Nice. And what? Sorry, I feel like I keep missing your favorite. You're going with Sound of Music.
I definitely am going Sound of Music.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, my number 7. Jack Lemmon. So right now everyone's scratching their head going, who? So Jack Lemmon was The Odd Couple, Fortune Cookie, Grumpy Old Men, Out to Sea,
The Apartment.
And yeah, so Jack Lemmon was essentially part of a comedy duo with Walter Matthau. They were in basically everything together. And yeah, Jack Lemmon just something about him, man. It's one of those things. Someone say, is Jack Lemmon one of your favorite actors? I say absolutely. And then someone says, how come? And I say, I have no idea. I just whatever lights up inside of me, whatever spark I feel, the brand of comedy, the type of humor that I feel like doesn't exist anymore. And its purity and its wholesomeness. Yeah, whatever it is that lights up inside of me when I see Jack Lemmon on screen makes me smile. It makes me very happy. And yeah, so Jack Lemmon, number 7. Sounds like a NASCAR driver. Jack Lemmon, number 7, coming down the. But and then yeah, definitely Grumpy Old Men. I mean, it's really hard to compare them. I mean, you've got The Odd Couple, which is obviously so iconic. But Grumpy Old Men, it's just something about the way that they portrayed two old men who were so reminiscent of old men you knew, whether it was your grandfather or an uncle you had or a neighbor. So yeah, Jack Lemmon, Grumpy Old Men, number 7.
The only film I've seen him in is actually 12 Angry Men.
Oh,
okay.
The original. I assume.
1997.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, 12 Angry Men. But he's in so many good movies. I would definitely check out Grumpy Old Men, and I would check out The Odd Couple, which is 1968. But really, really, really good. So, okay, Marshall, number 6, hit us.
All right. Number 6 on my list is a grumpy old man named Tom Waits.
Who?
Let the old Googlers.
Tom Waits, perhaps is more
really?
well known for his music.
Yeah.
He is got, I believe, a cult following in the music world. He's definitely recognized as being connected with the Beat generation, being involved with jazz and such. And he tends,
I don't even think I've ever seen him in anything. I'm looking at his IMDb right now.
I imagine you've seen The Book of Eli.
And
I've seen him in Gotham.
And you've seen
in
him
an episode of
in
Gotham.
Dead Man, which was a Johnny Depp film I made you watch.
Okay, yeah.
A Jim Jarmusch film.
Okay.
He's been in quite a few Jim Jarmusch films.
Okay.
My
Peaky
first
Blinders.
interaction with him acting was probably in The Book of Eli, where he plays a character who runs an electronic shop of sorts. But I don't know if I would have actually known him as an actor at the time, so I probably didn't recognize him. Mm-hmm. But he's been in films like
keeping track
Seven
at home.
Psychopaths
His character in Book of Eli, I've just got the credits up here. His character's name was Creepy Electronic Store Owner.
Yeah. He definitely tends to play a strange, grumpy old man sort of character.
So does Pete on our show. So that's
There you go.
that works out fine. Works, you know.
Yeah.
I've developed a soft spot.
Haven't we all? Yeah, he is the epitome of the grumpy old man in my mind. I have quite a fond place in my heart for Tom Waits on a creative level in all regards. And the favorite role I have for him is he played essentially the devil in a film called The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, which was Heath Ledger's final film that he was in.
Yes, right.
Some actors
Another
like
film that's been on my
Johnny Depp, Christopher
Oh, you haven't
Plummer,
seen it yet?
Yeah.
Jude Law.
No, it's been on my honey-do list.
I'd get on it. It's. I think it's right up your alley. I think you'd really like it.
I should check it out.
I believe it's Terry Gilliam who did the directing.
Cool. Yeah, I will add that to the list as we speak.
Lovely.
Pete, number 6.
My number 6, and before I say my number 6, I just want to round back to an observation I'm making with Brady's list so far. I'm enjoying the connection or the theme of talents of yesteryear, specifically like Jack Lemmon and the Tim Conway. I'm really enjoying this pattern and this trend, and I'm just trying to read into what it reflects as far as what you value and what you appreciate. But I think it's just a fun theme, and I'm enjoying it for sure.
The list is going to take some fun turns before it's over.
Oh, I can imagine. My number 6 is definitely, again, straight from the heart. It's an actor. He doesn't have a lot of credits that jump him onto this list, but this is an actor I would literally debate over a cup of coffee, and I might lose just because it's so subjective to me, because I don't have a lot of facts to back it up, and how can you back something up like this with facts? But I would fight till I'm blue in the face, and if you don't agree with me, that's fine, but I'll just unfriend you on every social media platform. Number 6, Dick Van Dyke.
Wow. He belongs on this list.
Oh, I agree. I'm a little embarrassed that it's only number 6, but he's on my list. Again, I feel like I say this every other episode, but he's an absolute triple threat. He can sing, he can dance, he can act like Julia Roberts, or Julie Andrews. Sorry, like Julie Andrews.
Well, and hey man, Aaron Brockovich. That's a movie.
like Julie Andrews, Dick Van Dyke. There wasn't didn't have a hole in his armor that kind of the creative team had to hide and say, okay, let's cater this role and let's not have him do this, let's not have him do that, and show his weaknesses. He could just do whatever was asked of him and just own it. So there's that aspect of it. I know a little bit more about him personally just because I have followed him for years and I've been interested, so I've watched biographies and read about him. There's the concept or the aspect of him that specifically in, I think it was the 60s or the 70s, he had a public openness to his struggle with alcoholism and was an example for others. And I feel like in that day and age, definitely there were things that was more socially acceptable to hide, to not be open about. So I think that he did that in that time, was very courageous. And he even followed through in his work. He actually got an Emmy Award nomination for a role he played. I guess it was called The Morning After, where he played an alcoholic businessman. And after it was released, he did admit to the public that he had been an alcoholic for 25 years. So the courage that it would have taken to do that in that time and to try and do it not only for himself, but to be an example for others, that adds to the character that I love about him. Just little things like he dropped out of high school during World War II because he wanted to join the Air Force. He wasn't, I guess he was under the weight restrictions, so he joined I think he joined as like a radio announcer. Point is, he dropped out to help the greater good, and eventually he got his high school diploma when he was 78. Another thing about the character that I just love, that just something about it, I love all these things about him the more I find out about him as a human being. Honestly, the only thing I have to list on here is Mary Poppins. That's the reason he's on here. That's the reason I'll stick with right now. I admittedly wish he had been in more things that I cherish and value. I'm greedy. I want more. I wish he had done more. I think he had the capability to do so. But he was in some things like the Dick Van Dyke Show, Lieutenant Robin Crusoe, a corny 90s show called Diagnosis Murder, where he literally played a doctor who solved murders, which is Dick Van Dyke. That's baller as heck. And another classic, Bye Bye Birdie. So he's in some stuff, some known stuff, some iconic stuff. But yeah, everything about Dick Van Dyke, just he's in this list no matter how you cut it.
Awesome.
I've only seen him in Mary Poppins.
Ooh, the Dick Van Dyke Show is on Amazon Prime. And it's a good place to start. Yeah. If you're wanting to build your repertoire, the sitcom, The Dick Van Dyke Show. Totally recommend.
Good to know.
Brady.
The top echelons.
So, my number 6 spot, following a trend,
Okay.
if I'm going to have Jack Lemmon on this list,
Oh, yeah, here you go.
I need to have Walter Matthau.
Sure.
The other grumpy old man, the other half of the Odd Couple. Man, Walter Matthau, aside from the films that he's been in with Jack Lemmon, he played Albert Einstein in a movie IQ. He played Mr. Wilson in Dennis the Menace.
Preach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's something about Walter Matthau. He's like everybody. He's the grandfather you wish you had. Even if you love your grandfather, you look at Walter Matthau and you think to yourself, "Oh man, that's the papa for me." I am fortunate enough. So over the course of 2 Christmases, not this Christmas that we just had, but the 2 prior Christmases to that, each year I was actually gifted an autograph. And so it's it'll be like a clip or a screenshot from a movie, and then it's autographed.
wow.
You can buy them online at like these memorabilia, whatever, but it comes with like a certificate of authenticity. So it's not a reprint, it's not whatever, it's a nicely framed, genuine, real deal autograph. And one of the ones that I have is Walter Matthau.
Oh, wow.
And the other one I have, ironically enough, is Dick Van Dyke.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
man.
so, so but yeah, man, Walter Matthau. The only reason I put him above Jack Lemmon is because I feel like there's more Walter Matthau movies without Jack Lemmon that I like than Jack Lemmon movies without Walter Matthau. So I think that's literally what edged it out for me. But
Cool.
Yeah, my number 6 spot is Walter Matthau, and my favorite Walter Matthau film is actually The Odd Couple 2,
So
which is
random.
a inferior film to The Odd Couple 1, but it's a more fun performance by Walter Matthau in the second one. So, Marshall, we are on to our top 5.
We are.
That's everything. Just my everything clenched a little bit. I'm feeling the pressure.
Just as a quick commentary, I think the only film I've seen Walter in is Dennis the Menace, and it was long ago. So I
Yeah,
don't
Dennis
actually
the
recall
Menace. And then Christopher Lloyd shows up as the villain. He's kind of like this ruffian
Right.
drifter guy.
I forgot
Yeah.
that was Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, it's actually a great film.
It's been so long.
Hey, Mr. Wilson. Yeah, it's so good. All right, number 5, Marshall.
And actually, sorry,
Number
as a side
5.
note, Marshall, how is your battery?
48%. We're good
Oh, we're good. Okay.
Praise. Yeah.
for now. Number 5. My number 5 actor or actress is Ben Whishaw.
Wow. I'm super glad you've picked just a bunch of people who nobody's ever heard of.
Oh, you know him.
Ben,
You know him. You
Ben
most
Whishaw.
recently encountered him in your Bond series, actually.
Absolutely.
Oh, he plays Q.
You did.
Yep.
Oh, and he's also... Whoa, I'm having a moment.
As you should.
I am having a moment. So not only is he Q, but he plays in the horribly inferior sequel, Mary Poppins Returns. He plays the grown-up Michael Banks.
Indeed.
And I've watched both of those within the last few months, and I did not make the connection that it's the same guy. That's very interesting. Okay. Well, I retract my judgment. I approve.
You've also chatted about him unknowingly, perhaps, on the film. when you guys have brought up Paddington, as he's the voice of Paddington.
Holy shit, he's the voice of Paddington.
More importantly,
I just saw that.
More importantly, he's the voice of the much ballyhooed Paddington 2, which, for those who don't know, is apparently in the top 100 films of the 2010s.
Yeah, and you know what? I've been watching more and more stuff, and like big film pundits who have talked about the friggin' spectacle that is Paddington 2. And they talk about it in like the same, and I could not make this up. They talk about it in the same breath that they would talk about films like We Bought a Zoo, or like just these like heartfelt must-see films. And we now have like a cast and a release date for Paddington 3, so I think it's time we just bite the friggin' bullet and watch and review Paddington 2.
Time for you guys to give a proper review.
Yeah, we got to do it.
Yeah, Ben Whishaw, I think my first encounter with him, at least my first aware of his presence as an actor, was in Cloud Atlas by the Wachowski siblings.
The Matrix people.
The directors of The Matrix and Jupiter, etc. I really, really enjoyed his roles in that film, and so I've kept my eye on him ever since. I've really enjoyed him in such films as The Tempest and The Lobster, and his a little bit smaller role in The Heart of the Sea. But my favorite role for him, he was in a film adaptation of a book called Perfume, The Story of a Murderer, which was quite a good film, I thought. And he did a wonderful job portraying a very strange character.
You know what movie he's in that's really good?
What's that?
Skyfall. Man, I'm a believer. I want to watch Skyfall again. It's so good. It's so good. All right.
He certainly did a good job in the Bond films.
I think he's a fantastic Bond.
I'm happy that he's in it.
Q. I think he's a great Q. You make a terrible Bond. He makes a good Q.
That would be a whole different kind of Bond.
Okay, Pete, breaking into your top 5.
Okay. Number 5 is Christoph Waltz.
Oh.
Okay.
So, not here for volume, but just sheer talent and ability to capture my attention. That's what it boils down to. He oozes energy and life into the characters he portrays in the films that I like him in. Just his ability to carry a scene, and there'll be scenes that I absolutely adore just from a film viewing perspective. It'll just be conversations of him on the most mundane topics, like drinking cow's milk and, can I have a pipe in here? Do you mind if I smoke? And it's just drawn out into like minutes long conversation of something mundane. And I realized, wow, I've been watching something for 7 minutes that if another actor had maybe been doing, I would have been bored. And I'm just glued to the skill set he brings. Not a long list. He's a great Blofeld in 007, arguably, or at least in my opinion, the best James Bond villain of all time was Christoph Waltz.
Wouldn't agree with that
he's
at all.
incredible in Django. No matter how uncomfortable that film makes me, his portrayal of his character in that film was fantastic. And likewise with Inglourious Bastards, as much as that film makes me uncomfortable at times, there are scenes with him, just conversational scenes that I just can't, like, it's just, if I was wanting to become an actor, I would just say, watch these scenes over and over again until you can do that. And, something about Christoph Waltz, immensely talented.
Indeed.
Nice.
And your favorite role?
I'd probably can I be TBD? I do not know. I do to be decided. I don't know. It's less about
man,
the
come
films
on.
that brought
Yeah, you
me to
gotta
him.
pick
It's just
one.
more him in film. I guess that's the difference compared to
you
the other
gotta pick
actors
one,
so
man.
far.
You gotta pick one.
Okay, I guess. Let's just go Blofeld.
Blofeld. Okay.
Sure.
You can't
Excuse me.
see me,
Okay.
but I'm shaking my head at you.
My top 5.
I know you want
And
Django.
this-
I know you wanted it.
This is where I get into my top 5. I would all say fall into a cliche category.
Okay.
So these are the 5 that I really wrestled with because they absolutely are my top 5. But I was like, but is it like, am I cheapening myself by picking these? But you know what? I was like, no, because a lot of these I don't like for the reasons that I feel like everybody else likes them. They're cliche choices that I like for non-cliche reasons. Most of them. So my number 5 is Robert Downey Jr.
Ooh.
And okay, so the obvious go-to here is his portrayal as Iron Man, which is incredible. He's like the life and breath and whatever of the MCU. Great, we got it. Aside from that, one of my favorite comedies is a movie called Due Date, which is basically a rehashing of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. But it's him and Zach Galifianakis and Jamie Foxx. And I just love his character in it. He plays a guy with like anger issues who's traveling with, a bumbling idiot, much like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. But it's just he's just so captivating in it. So that's an amazing movie. Prior to the MCU, he's in a film called Chaplin, where he plays Charlie Chaplin.
I've been meaning to watch that one.
That's on my to-do list as well.
That movie is amazing. I won't spoil it for you. I will just say you need to watch it. He plays the principal in Charlie Bartlett, which is a underrated, extremely underrated film. If you get the opportunity to watch Charlie Bartlett, you should absolutely watch it. But for me, my top Robert Downey Jr. film, and it's a film that is hated on. It gets so much hate, and I don't understand it because to me, it's pure bliss. It's just an incredible film. And no, Pete, it's not Sherlock Holmes.
Oh,
Dr.
you
Dolittle.
had me for a minute. I thought that's where you're going.
No. It is a film. What is the year here? The film came out in 2014. He plays a character named Hank Palmer in the movie The Judge. With Robert Duvall.
Sure.
And it is just, he plays a lawyer with this is all stuff that's in the trailer, so it's not really spoilers. He plays a lawyer who has to go home to visit he has to go home because his mother's passed away, and he's got a very disenfranchised relationship with his father. They don't get along. They're very estranged. And while he's there, his father plays a judge. He plays a lawyer, and his father's like this old-time judge. And he's just about to leave to go back home, and all of a sudden, his father finds himself on trial for murder. And it's it becomes very apparent that the only person who is a good enough lawyer to help him is his son. And so it's all about that, and then there's a bunch of twists that get thrown in, but it's so good. I really, really love the movie The Judge, and if you haven't seen it, again, I can't recommend it enough. I have it on Blu-ray. I'll mail it to you if you want to watch it. But yeah, so Robert Downey Jr. in my number 5 slot, and my favorite portrayal of him is The Judge. Marshall, number 4, what do we got?
Number 4. Before I jump on to my number 4, I've got a medium hot take for you guys.
Uh-oh.
Robert Downey Jr.'s Sherlock is my favorite Sherlock. I think he does
That-
it best.
Preach, baby, preach.
That's good. I'm good with that. I would say, have you seen the movie Holmes with Sir Ian McKellen?
I have.
I think that's a very close second. It's a much different take,
Very different.
Yeah,
but I really, really, really enjoyed the movie Holmes.
It was quite good.
interesting.
My number 4 favorite actor or actress is Sally Hawkins.
Wow.
You might
I'm looking that up to see
you
who
might
it is.
know her from the famed Paddington.
Okay.
She plays the
Oh,
mother.
yeah.
But I actually wasn't aware of her as an actress when I watched Paddington.
Okay.
So she didn't really stand out to me when I watched that. The film that really brought her to my attention was The Shape of Water.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like that's the obvious thing to know her from.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely the one that I feel put her on the map as.
And then, Godzilla King of Monsters.
Yep, I haven't seen that one yet.
No, me neither. She's in The Phantom Menace.
She
She's
is.
I just saw
uncredited
that.
as a villager.
She's a
Oh,
uncredited
Villager number
villager,
4.
apparently.
Yeah, Villager number 4.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the villager that I always go, who the hell's that?
Now you know. Now you know.
Oh. See, this is, the more you know.
The more you know.
Yeah.
She's got a couple of small roles that I've enjoyed, small performances of hers in, such as The Double and The Layer Cake. She had a starring role in Happy Go Lucky, which was quite an interesting film, as well as the Woody Allen film Blue Jasmine alongside Cate Blanchett, which she did a great job as. But the film that I feel she just 100% nailed it with and convinced me of her acting ability was a film called Maudie with Ethan Hawke that was actually set in Nova Scotia and filmed in Newfoundland about a local Canadian artist from I think she was from the 40s or 50s.
See, that confuses me a little bit. Like, I understand wanting to have your movie set in Chicago, but it's cheaper to shoot in Toronto, or you want your movie set in Metropolis, but that doesn't exist, so you shoot in Detroit instead. If you want your movie set in Nova Scotia, just friggin' shoot in Nova Scotia. Why are you going to Newfoundland?
Right.
I think the reason actually was Nova Scotia has modernized a lot in their architecture, whereas Newfoundland is still pretty backwards isn't the right word, but not a lot of their architecture has changed by comparison. They're still fairly rural, and so
I was thinking it was a
just
landscape thing.
easier to find.
I was thinking they had like found a landscape that they really liked, and then I just had like this Shrek moment in my head where they're like, well, Roger, this film is set in Nova Scotia while they're standing in Newfoundland. And Roger's like, yeah, but look at that boulder. That's a nice boulder. And they're like, okay, well, we can shoot here. No one will know the difference.
Indeed, it definitely looks like Nova Scotia.
I've never been. It's on my bucket list.
Highly recommend. It's quite beautiful out there.
I bet.
Cool. Pete, number 4.
Okay, my number 4. Again, I'm rounding back. I'm just taking this opportunity to say it would honestly make my day, maybe even make my year, if someone did have interest in Brady mailing them the copy of Judge. Just in
I
the
meant the
comments
two
section.
of you. I'm not going to send it to some rando.
Oh, God. Seriously?
No.
Someone forced Brady's
patron.
head. Comment. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, okay. If you
Patreon.
support us on Patreon and you want me to mail you the movie, then
I so
I'll
want
probably
someone
just
to comment.
buy you a digital copy.
I so want someone to comment and be like, "Hey, mail me my copy, baby."
Yeah, where's my movie, y'all?
Also, Marshall, interesting. Maudi is on my watch list. Interesting enough, so I am eager to finally watch it and know what you're talking about. Number 4 on my list is, and I'm assuming it'll come back again, Robin Williams. Not much to say.
Wow.
For exactly what he brings to the table, he's a once in a lifetime talent. Wide range of films. He's funny. He's serious when he needs to be. He's in cartoons. He's in obviously live action films. For me, it'd either be Aladdin. You know what? I can't pick one. They're all equally good. Good Will Hunting is phenomenal. That's why he's on this list. Mrs. Doubtfire is amazing. That's why he's on this list. That's the sentimental answer there. Aladdin, that might be the sentimental answer. There's so many iconic films for me. Jack, Insomnia, a large range of things. Like Insomnia, he plays like a non-funny person. Like he's a very serious actor in that film. Same with Good Will Hunting. Just such a wide range of roles he plays, but just his energy that he brought. When you took the leash off him and let him go, he brought things to the table that the creative team didn't even anticipate, and it's just amazing. I guess if you want, you could put Dead Poet Society on here. I feel like that's a movie that everyone sings the praises of. I've only seen it once or twice. It's a long time ago. I guess it's okay, but I honestly am just going on memory. I wouldn't even include that in the same level of the films I previously listed. Robin Williams, again, it's a bittersweet whenever we watch or talk about him. He is no longer with us, which is heartbreaking, but such a good actor. Even just as a human being, I think he was an interesting person. Like I've watched interviews with him, not even like set interviews, just like having conversations with celebrities or athletes, and he just makes people laugh. He just brings such an energy that is so connectable to other humans, whether it's in the formalized role of an acting role or just him interacting with someone. So Robin Williams, number 4.
Nice.
Great pick.
Hats off. Number 4 for me.
Okay.
Again, super cliche. Arguably one of the most cliche names on my list. Arguably the most cliche name that we've gotten on any of our lists up until this point.
Oh boy.
Wow.
But again, these are not the actors who I think are the 10 best actors in the world. That's not what my list is. My list is who are my 10 favorite. Who are the actors who, if they're in something, I'm the most likely to watch it regardless of what it is. I'm like, I just enjoy their presence on screen in whatever they do. So my number 4, genuinely, is Johnny Depp.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now, say what you will, believe what you like, whatever. Obviously, he's in the news right now with the Amber Heard thing, and you know, the only objective fact is that none of us know. None of us know the truth, and I'm leaving it at that. However, put all of that aside, whether he's innocent, guilty, they're both guilty, I don't know. Him as an actor, him in his craft, whether you've got Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean, however. The controversial but still incredible portrayal of Tonto in The Lone Ranger. The Mad Hatter in Alice in Wonderland. Not the better performance, but still a uniquely interesting performance as Willy Wonka in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Indeed.
Sweeney Todd in Sweeney Todd. Gilbert Grape in What's Eating Gilbert Grape. An incredible film that doesn't get enough praise. Benny and June.
Oh, yeah.
He's in Benny and June. That movie is so good.
Heartbreaking.
things like Transcendence, which again was not one of the more popular films. It didn't do as well, but still a uniquely interesting film. There was a couple others I had. He's in a film called Ed Wood. Basically,
Yes,
I mean, you
indeed.
can go through Tim Burton's repertoire, but Finding Neverland,
Yep.
Secret Window,
Chocolat.
Chocolat, Sleepy Hollow. These are all Donnie Brasco. These are all these incredible portrayals. But for me, and Pete knows where this is going, and I feel like Marshall knows where this is going.
We all know where this is going.
His portrayal of Grindelwald. No, I'm just kidding. His Edward Scissorhands, man. Edward Scissorhands is, for being his first feature film,
Right.
where he's like the star.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, that's not true. There's Crybaby, he's in Platoon, but these
Right.
are not his like headliner breakthrough roles.
Right. Or
His,
Edward.
his
Or,
his breakthrough film role. Because his breakthrough television role was 21 Jump Street, and he came off at 21 Jump Street because he hated being typecast. He hated being synonymous with this image of the teenage heartthrob. He didn't like this like clean-cut looking, perfect hair, perfect complexion. And so the first thing he
would?
does to break away, what a schmuck. The first thing he does to break away from that is to play Edward. And so many people, I have shown the film Edward Scissorhands to so many people, and they all have had the same response that Pete had, where they sit down and they go, not only was that amazing, that was so not what I thought it was.
oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's not just a creepy film. There's so much to what I just saw. And I don't think that role would have worked the way that it worked with anybody else in it. So yeah, all of that is to say, my number 4 spot, Johnny Depp, Edward Scissorhands. I love him. I love him. And I'm excited anytime something he's in comes out.
Yep.
There's a movie actually that came out kind of under the radar that I'm looking forward to watching called The Professor. And from the trailer, he's or the YouTube or IMDb synopsis just says a college professor lives his life with reckless abandon after being diagnosed with a terminal illness.
Oh, wow.
But it just looks like a film that's got a lot of good heart in it, and like just deals with some of the questions that we sometimes just avoid talking about. So, all right, Marshall, number 3.
Number 3. Probably the biggest name on my list so far, and maybe overall. Number 3 is Tom Hardy.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, Venom.
I like my boy Tom Hardy. He's just consistently a cool cat, you know?
Yeah.
He hasn't really played too many characters that aren't big, tough guys. So he doesn't quite have the variety, at least in the films that I've seen him in. But he does that well, playing a tough guy. He always looks cool. My first interaction with him was probably Inception.
Right.
Though I don't know if I knew him as a icon in film yet, so he didn't really stand out to me. But as he's gotten bigger through especially Christopher Nolan and Christopher Nolan casting him as a guy with a mask who you can't understand. He's definitely won my heart over. Standout roles would definitely include films like The Revenant and Mad Max Fury Road. And his role in Peaky Blinders. But, and if you haven't seen it, the film Warrior is quite a touching film about a broken family that should jerk some tears from you. It's a pretty beautiful film. But the film that I most appreciate him in is Lawless. Pete, I think we may have lost Brady.
No.
Oh.
He is
my phone. Sorry, my phone only said Pete, and Brady was being so quiet.
I'm listening attentively. I'm getting lost in the tones of your vocal cords.
Hope you haven't lulled off to sleep yet.
No.
Yeah, Lawless would be my favorite film with Tom Hardy in it.
Okay.
He isn't the starring role, but he's got a great classic Tom Hardy role in it where he doesn't talk a lot, does a lot of grunting, and you can't really understand what he's saying.
Right.
But he does it well. He does it great.
Which ironically came out the same year as Dark Knight Rises. So that whole year that he was filming, he just did the same thing at different job sites.
I guess so.
All right.
Cool. Right on.
And that's
Cool choice.
that's your favorite is Lawless.
I think so, yeah. Definitely my favorite film that he's been in, and I think it would also be my favorite role that he's played.
Okay.
Interesting. Right on.
Pete, number 3.
My number 3, I think this will be my last surprise on the list. My number 3 is definitely, obviously, to be this high, a personal favorite, Ralph Fiennes. I think he is so incredibly talented. Just, he is the poster boy of, here's a drastic variety of roles and personas he plays, and he does them so well. He is in Schindler's List. He plays a concentration camp lieutenant. He plays Voldemort. He plays M. He plays all these drastically different roles. He plays the main character in The English Patient. All these very different roles, but he does them well. And
he's got the lead role in the upcoming prequel to the Kingsman movies.
Yes. Which, like, again, this is why he's on my list. Because Kingsman, I am not there for that anymore. I watched the first one and I was like, all right, well, never again. We reviewed the second one. But because he is in the third one, I have to watch it. Like, I have to watch it because Ralph Fiennes is in it. And that is why he's on this list. And just of note, you know you're doing things right from just a general perspective. We know the Oscar system is not a good metric to measure someone's career just because it depends on the year, if you get nominated and all that stuff. So it's not like a perfect metric. But I believe his first 6 films. Of his first 6 films in his filmography, a third of them he is nominated for an Oscar. And talk about just jumping on the scene with emphatically and just announcing your presence, where 1/3 of your films get you an Oscar nomination. So I don't know which role he's on here for. Schindler's List, he's phenomenal as the character he portrays, as evil as it is. English Patient, he's also great. Voldemort, he's great. He's the voice of Ramses in Prince of Egypt. He's great in Grand Budapest Hotel. I think he's the best M, which I know ruffles feathers, who people love Judi Dench. but Ralph Fiennes is on my must-watch list, and he's number 3.
You shut your mouth.
But I'm assuming that's in reference to the M component.
Yes. Judi Dench. I'm looking at a Funko Pop of Daniel Craig standing next to Judi Dench. And that's the way it should be, damn it.
With all these controversial James Bond opinions today.
My goodness.
Here, I did not think this conversation would be dipping into the James Bond territory as much as it is.
I mean, we are the movie men. It is what our show has been built on.
Basically. What is your number 3? What is your number 3?
My number 3 is our first repeat.
Ooh.
Or our first overlap. My number 3 spot is Robin Williams.
Oh, sure.
Very nice.
Yep.
And I'm going to list some different ones than what you listed.
Please.
Can I say the first one that comes to mind for me is always going to be Flubber.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Flubber, Good Morning Vietnam, Hook,
Ooh.
Jumanji, you said Mrs. Doubtfire, Jack,
The Fisher King.
yeah, Patch Adams. Like, there are artificial intelligence, very briefly, The Final Cut, what is it? 24-hour photo? 1 hour photo? 1 hour photo? Some amount of time and then a photo. Yeah, 1 hour photo. He's incredible. I don't know. I'm getting emotional talking about him and thinking about his films. But the film for me, if you have not seen this movie, please do yourself a favor. Please go watch Bicentennial Man. I am going to argue that there is not a Robin Williams film that will choke you up and make you really question life in the same way that that this film does.
Wow. That's a pretty big promise, so I'm intrigued. Yeah.
So, Robin Williams, number 3, Bicentennial Man. It comes down to this. Marshall. There's only one actor in your mind who's better or more beloved than the one you're about to list. What is your number 2 spot?
Oh, man.
My number 2 spot is Mia Wasikowska.
Woo. Let me get the Googler out here.
You'll know her as the titular Alice in Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, see, I haven't seen it.
What?
Sorry,
Oh my God.
Pete, did you just say you hadn't seen Alice in Wonderland?
That is a correct fact.
The Tim Burton live-action film
That is a
with
correct
Johnny
fact.
Depp playing the Mad Hatter?
Also correct.
Goodness gracious.
Alan Rickman. Who else is in it?
Michael
what's her
Sheen.
name? Why am I the
Andrew Scott,
who plays the White Queen? Come on.
Helena Bonham Carter,
Yeah, Helena Bonham Carter, Crispin
Anne
Glover,
Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway. Yes.
Yeah, Mia Wasikowska. That's probably the first film that I saw her in was Alice in Wonderland. And I don't know if I was all that impressed by her back then. She definitely did a good job. I definitely haven't seen it in years, so I'd have to go back and rewatch it to see how I feel about the role back then. But she's been in many a film since then that I've really, really enjoyed. her performances in, most notably being films such as Only Lovers Left Alive by Jim Jarmusch with Tilda Swinton and Tom Hiddleston and John Hurt. She was in The Double alongside Jesse Eisenberg. She was in a film called Restless, which is probably the film I've cried the most at in my life. It was quite
Restless?
a sad film. Restless,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
I'm going to Google that.
Yeah. But
Interesting.
my favorite role for her in a film may actually be in Maps to the Stars by David Cronenberg. She had quite a strange and nuanced performance in that film. I wouldn't necessarily say, I wouldn't at all actually say that it was my favorite film that she's been in, but I think it might be the role she was in that I was most impressed with.
I am pulling it up right now and adding it to the list. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Always
It
a
is on the list.
consistently good actress.
Okay.
And I'm definitely excited about a bunch of films that she's recently come out in or coming out in.
Okay.
Most of all, the film that's recently come out called Judy and Punch looks really
Right.
interesting to me.
Yeah, okay. Judy and Punch with Don Bridges is in it. Cool.
Looks like quite a ride.
Cool. Yeah. That's an odd pick for me. I would not have imagined.
Yeah, that's some very high
Her
praise
to
for a
be on
number
any
2
of our
slot.
lists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Surprise.
Pete, number 2.
I have to say, Mia Wasikowska. I'm noticing a trend here of any actor that was in Lawless seems to be on your list, Marshall. I wouldn't be
Certainly
surprised
is
if your
one of my
number.
favorites.
I wouldn't be surprised if you're number 1 on this list. You just say screw actors and you just say the film Lawless, and that's totally fair. I'm all for it. I see she's in The Double. I literally thought January Jones and Mia Wasikowska were the same person, and now I'm realizing they're 2 different people in very different films. So I was about to say, yeah, I've seen all these things with the actor you said was your number 2. Turns out that was January Jones and a different human being.
Oh, I don't even know her.
My number two is, I don't think, a surprise here. It's been said before in the last few minutes. It's America's sweetheart, Tom Hanks. Listen.
Oh, wow. Number 2.
Number 2. He is one of the most grounded and rock-solid personalities in Hollywood. If you can't believe in or trust in Tom Hanks, who can you believe in or trust? Honestly, he is just as consistent as anything. Absolutely love him. He had to be in my top 10 actors. He's in so many of my top 10 films. He's in Catch Me If You Can, which is my number 3. He's in Toy Story, which is my number 6. He's in Saving Private Ryan, which is my number 7. He's in Sleepless in Seattle, which is my number 8. He's in Castaway, which just there wasn't even room for in my top 10. He's in Forrest Gump, which is one of the most iconic films of all time. You could make an argument. He's in You've Got Mail, which is definitely a duplicate, crappier version of Sleepless in Seattle, but it's still cool enough, and it has Tom Hanks in it and Meg Ryan, so it's just worth mentioning. Tom Hanks, everything about him. Every movie I haven't seen of him, I literally think, dang, how have I not seen this yet? I need to do it. So many films I need to watch with him. So many films I have seen with him that I value so much. Tom Hanks is number 2. Just an incredible member of my team that I don't know why I called it my team, of my crew of top 10 actors. Number 2, Tom Hanks.
Interesting.
That's a solid pick. I can't. Yeah, Apollo 13. I mean,
Yes. Haven't seen, but I want to.
what? Oh yeah, you got to watch Apollo 13, man.
Yes.
Definitely.
To be honest, I haven't actually watched a lot of the Tom Hanks classics. Because the ones that I have seen, for the most part, I haven't really enjoyed. I would be on the opposite end of both of you in this opinion of Tom Hanks. If he's in it, I usually avoid it.
I'm
Wow.
crying. I am crying, but I respect you.
Appreciate that.
Well,
Pete.
Marshall, thank you for joining us.
It's been a blast.
Sorry, we had to let you go so early.
And don't forget to watch Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, because it's definitely Tom Hanks'
Right?
best role.
I need to watch that so bad.
Okay,
I cried a lot during that film.
so my number 2.
Sure.
I mean, I was also chopping onions at the time, but I cried a lot. It was
Chopping onions
Right.
in the theaters. Strange.
very cliche for me. And this is one that for years, I would say for the majority of my life, was my go-to answer for the number 1 slot. It's recently been bumped,
Ooh.
but just barely been bumped. My number 1, or my number 2, my number 1 for the longest time, and now my number 2, Jim Carrey.
Oh, wow. Yeah, here it is. Yeah.
I just
Name
growing
legend.
up, he just, from the get-go, whether it was Liar Liar or The Mask or Bruce Almighty, or I'm trying to think of what other, like, he's got so many great movies, but I'm trying to think which ones as a kid were very impactful for me. Dumb and Dumber, Batman Forever, The Cable Guy. Obviously, the How the Grinch Stole Christmas, which is my favorite Christmas movie of all time. I've gone on record saying.
Wow. Yeah.
But yeah, so I just grew up loving Jim Carrey. He's certainly Fun with Dick and Jane. He's got this whole repertoire of just a brand of humor that nobody else had other than Jim. Born and raised in Newmarket, Ontario. Well, born in Scarborough, but he's a hometown boy.
A Canadian lad.
A good Canadian lad. But my all-time favorite Jim Carrey performance is Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, the second one. The first Ace Ventura Pet Detective is really good, but When Nature Calls, it may just come to, honestly, it may come down to the mechanical rhino scene.
I don't think I've seen the second one.
I don't know if I have
the second, oh my gosh, you guys, you have to go out, you have to watch the second one. It is non-stop humor from start to finish. There's no moment. The first one's like jam-packed with jokes, but it's also got like a serious plot to it. The second one, the gloves are off and it's just ludicrously ridiculous, but it's so freaking good. It's so good. So number 2, Jim Carrey, Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls. Marshall. This is it. This is it, son.
Wow.
This is, you are about to stick your flag on the top of a mountain that there is no coming back from.
Oh, I'm ready.
What is your number 1 Favorite actor. We know we both know Pete's, so we can pretty much skip over Pete.
You do not have a clue.
They do not have a clue.
Wow.
Okay.
If-
All right.
If
All right.
we don't have a clue, then I feel lied to.
I'm torn because I feel like there's a name that should be on this list that is definitely going to be in his honorable mentions.
Oh.
But I'm shocked. Like if this name isn't number one, it means it's not on the list, and that's bullshit. And I quit. I just give up. I'm walking away.
Just for the sake of it, just can you drop that name? Because I just want to know.
Who? Which one?
Like the
The
one that you
honorable
think.
mention or the one that I think is first?
Well, we'll
Either.
get there. We'll get
Okay.
there.
We'll get there.
All right.
Come on,
Marshall.
Pete.
Marshall, what is your
horses.
number one?
My number one favorite actor has probably been in this spot for a long time, but I haven't put actors in a line and numbered them in quite a long time, so I didn't really realize that he had crept up to this spot. But my favorite actor, I think, is Sam Rockwell.
Oh wow.
Wow, that is a bold. Sam Rockwell is incredible.
He is.
Wow.
Incredible.
He is
I never would have
hilarious.
guessed in a million years that he would be first on any of our lists, but he's good.
He's quite a versatile fella. Crazy acting in films like
Oh,
The
man.
Green Mile,
Him and Jojo
Hitchhiker's Guide
Rabbit.
to the Galaxy.
Right. Jojo.
Jojo
yeah.
Rabbit is definitely one of my favorite roles by him.
I
Vice.
love that movie.
Just
He
a
was played a
psycho in
very-
Seven Psychopaths.
Very key role in Vice.
I still haven't seen that one. It's on my
George
list.
W. Bush. He plays George Bush.
Yeah.
The terrible Poltergeist remake, but we're not going to hold that against him.
Yep. One of the films I watched simply because he's in it. Yeah, I think for me the two roles that I really enjoyed him in the most, it comes down to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where he just plays his most ridiculous character. And Cowboys and
Have not
Aliens.
seen. Oh yeah.
Wow,
Oh.
that's controversial because
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot. Like I would say,
Oh.
I don't have the Rotten Tomatoes pulled up by any means, but I would say that is widely regarded as a shit film.
Oh yeah.
So that is. I saw that turd in the movie theater,
I did
and we
too.
walked out going, "What just happened? How could there be so much Daniel Craig and so much Harrison Ford, and you still walk out with a taste in your mouth that is like, what?
Right. Yeah.
What?" But no, that's bold. That is bold,
That's
sir.
quite
And
a,
just of note,
quite a
there's
beloved
another
mine.
James Bond side note there, the Daniel Craig.
Yeah, which is probably the first movie I ever saw Daniel Craig in.
I'd go so far as to say probably my favorite role for Daniel Craig as well.
Whoa.
Wow. Wow.
Whoa. I think, you know
Marshall,
what? Honestly,
of note-
my favorite role for Daniel Craig isn't James
Yeah.
Bond either. I
Oh.
really like him in Knives Out.
Oh yeah, sure.
I'd take him in Bond over Knives Out. For sure.
I think this is more of a testament to your love for Cowboys and Aliens and less of a slight on James Bond, if I'm reading you correctly, Marshall.
I think that's definitely the case. As it wouldn't be by much.
Okay. Yeah.
I definitely love him as Bond. But Cowboys and Aliens has a special place in my heart. Despite its flaws.
Yeah.
All
Despite
right.
despite the bars and establishments it gets you kicked out of for saying that, it still is special to you.
You got it. Yeah, Sam Rockwell, he's so funny.
Wow.
He's always on point. He's always consistently good at acting. He plays really funny roles. He plays some very serious roles like Moon. And then he's played some just absolutely wacky characters, like in The Green Mile and Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
All right,
He's good at what he does.
What is your number one Leo? I mean, your number one spot. What is your number one spot for your top 10 favorite actors?
Before I go there, I just want to round back on. I definitely noticed, Marshall, a theme with your top 10 actors. There is definitely a Lawless theme. And then obviously with Sam Rockwell rounding things out at number one, I definitely noticed a Don Verdeen theme that kind of poked its head through. So
I wouldn't quite say a theme. But yeah, Don Verdeen is definitely a film.
My number one actor on this list.
Did you guys want to do your notable ones first, and then your number one, just in case we think that one of them are number one?
Like honorable mentions?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I know you guys have
any?
No,
did you have some?
No, okay.
If I was going to throw any out, I'd say maybe Tilda Swinton. I wouldn't necessarily say I love her acting all the time, but I can almost guarantee if she's in a film, it'll be a good film. So I would say if I had an honorable mention, she'd probably be it.
Okay, yeah, Pete, what are your honorable mentions first?
Yeah,
you don't really need to give detail on them, but just kind of,
Yeah, I'll just give, Ewan McGregor was close. Ryan Gosling, believe it or not, was close. He's in a lot of films that I just give big scores, like La La Land. I feel mixed about saying this. It's kind of, I feel a lot of people make fun of him, but Nick Cage almost made the list. Like National Treasure alone, The Rock, Raising Arizona. He has some gems, and it wasn't enough to get him there, but it was close. Robert
you still
Downey
need to
Jr.
rewatch Gone in 60 Seconds.
You haven't seen Gone in 60 Seconds, and he's almost on your list?
Yep, that is a fact.
It's genuinely like I always remember that it's good, but then anytime I watch Gone in 60 Seconds, it's like it's so good.
It's too bad you didn't watch it around the time you were watching the Independence Day, or not Independence Day, sorry. National Treasure, because it was the same sort of feel and the like nostalgia that you have for National Treasure. If you'd watched Gone in 60 Seconds during that time, you'd probably have similar feelings for it, Pete.
Neat. My only other honorable mention made Brady's list are Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, a lot of great films, a lot of diverse roles. I think Heath Ledger, actually I'm going to say Heath Ledger as well, almost made the list, but yeah, those would be my main honorable mentions, I would think.
See, so I'm really torn. Really torn, because there's two actors that I feel like should fit into this. What is happening? Okay, what is your number one?
I'm so confused where you're confused at. So, my number one choice is the one and only Mickey Rourke.
Wow, that's bold. That's stupid, but it's bold.
It is. I had to do this. Like when I started this list, he was the first person on this list. The one and only Leonardo DiCaprio. I had no choice. He was there. He's etched in stone at that point.
I would say that this is mostly just an emotional attachment from the time that he drew you wearing only that necklace. I don't know that you can really approach this objectively.
No.
You have some emotions tied up, and I think you're carrying a torch.
You know what? Let he who is without a drawing, wearing only a necklace, cast the first stone, as they say.
As they say.
Yeah. How can you not be captured by a resume of Titanic, universally known blockbusters? there are too many to actually give the proper amount of airtime to, but there are so many that are worth mentioning. My list is what it is right now, but I feel it could grow. There's still a few key films I haven't seen of his, but Catch Me If You Can is my number 3 movie of all time. He's in it. Great Gatsby is an honorable mention in my top 10. I gave it a 10 out of 10. He's in it. Shutter Island is a gem of a film. It gets overlooked too often. He's in it. Titanic is a phenomenal film. He's in it. Inception, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, The Departed, Blood Diamond, The Revenant, where he finally got his Oscar, which is baloney. He should have gotten it 72 films before then.
Debatable.
And just Romeo and Juliet is great. And as uncomfortable a film as it makes me vomit on the inside just because of the content matter and the human being that it portrays. But just as an acting credit, his role in The Wolf of Wall Street just is next level. So there's all these incredible roles that if an actor had one of these on their resumes, I'd say, well done. Well done. You are in the upper echelon of actors. But there's literally like a dozen of them. So just, yeah, there's the emotional choice of who's your favorite actor, and that's who it is. But there's just some evidence-based kind of that I can draw conclusions off of. That's my proof. That's my evidence. That's my testimony. It's based off those things. And I would argue with all of them. So Leonardo
What's your number
DiCaprio is
one? Wolf of Wall Street?
No. No.
It's got to be Titanic.
No, probably Catch Me If You Can.
Of course.
Okay,
Or,
that's fair.
Or The
That's
Great
fair.
Gatsby. It's probably like 50-50.
Okay.
Or it's
So I'm
literally any of...
confused.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
50-50's got Joseph Gordon-Levitt, not Leo.
No, not that. No.
I've heard a lot of names. Mm-hmm. And so maybe you said this at some point. Mm-hmm. And it's gotten lost in the weeds. But did Jake Gyllenhaal not make any of your lists?
No. And you mentioned this last week.
Not even honorable mentions?
Certainly
No.
not.
No, I think what your perception of what he is to me might be a little misaligned with what it is, because I appreciate him, I like him, but there is a difference between the actors that I've mentioned and him. And
Okay.
I don't mean that in a derogatory way or in a demeaning way to him. He is great, but he's not at this level.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah. Number 1 for Brady.
Okay.
Yes.
So my honorable mentions. Mm-hmm. Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh.
Classic.
Ewan McGregor.
Sorry,
Classic.
just stop. I thought that was the number 1. I'm
No.
actually surprised.
Okay.
Okay.
So Joaquin Phoenix, Ewan McGregor,
Yep.
Dick Van Dyke,
Oh, yes. 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 Preach.
Harrison Ford,
Oh. Right. He
Will
exists.
Smith,
Oh,
yeah.
Will Smith.
and surprisingly, but you know what? If you go back and you actually like look at his career and the movies he's in, Jack Nicholson.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you could argue. Yeah.
what a powerhouse. Mm-hmm. So my
He's in
number
a
one
couple.
surprised me. My number 1 slot surprised me. But the reason why it's in my number 1 is because there's only one actor in the world right now who I will blindly... Someone would say, hey, are you going to go watch the new so-and-so film? It's about... And I would say, yep. Yeah, sure, I'll go see it. Yeah, let's go watch it. Because I believe that this gentleman is in a stride right now. He's in a time in his life where he can do no wrong. Even the films that he's in that are bad films, he's good in these bad films. Yeah, just... And it's not even just his movies. He does a lot of like internet videos, and just everything he's involved in is hilarious. It's a brand of humor that is not for everyone, I recognize, but I really resonate with. And so there's not an overwhelming number of films of his that I love. But everything that he's in, I like and I will watch because it's him. So my number one spot, very cliche these days, I would say, but my number one spot goes to Ryan Reynolds.
Really?
Oh.
Whether it's The Proposal, Hitman's Bodyguard, obviously Deadpool, surprisingly Detective Pikachu. These are all movies where his brand of humor, his like insensitive, lewd, but classy at this. He's not just like crude and disgusting for the sake of crude and disgusting. He's like filthy but classy about it. He's like grotesque but sexy about it. I don't know, man. Something about literally, if someone's like, hey, the new Ryan Reynolds film, and I'd go, okay, yeah. And they're like, I haven't even, like, it's a remake of The Human Centipede. And I'd be like, okay, here we go. Like, goodness. I'm in a love affair right now with Ryan Reynolds. So he's my number one.
Wow.
So we have our top 10s. Now, I have 5 actors who, and I say in the interest of time, we just barrel through these.
Sure.
The 5 prospective actors who we're excited for.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go first?
Please do.
Please.
Okay. So number 1, Robert Pattinson. Now, this comes off of not only me being excited for him playing The Dark Knight, but having seen films like Remember Me and The Lighthouse and a bunch of other like lower budget independent films that Robert Pattinson has been a part of in the last number of years. Mm-hmm. At a time when, because of his name recognition, he could have been in just about any big friggin' Hollywood blockbuster film that he wanted to be in. But he kept turning them down to take these little projects, to really hone his craft, to really carve a path for himself.
And he really has worked with a lot of really respected directors during the time as well. Oh,
absolutely. Right? He's in Tenet. He's in the new Christopher Nolan film. And so to question Robert Pattinson is to question Christopher Nolan. And I feel like that's a dangerous, dangerous path that you don't want to be on. Yeah, I think Robert Pattinson's really something spectacular, and I'm excited to see, I'm very excited to see his portrayal as Batman, and I'm excited to see him just continue to grow and hone his craft. The next one's Jake Gyllenhaal. I mean, obviously, Jake Gyllenhaal's been around a long time.
Sure.
But like 2 years ago, like a year and a half ago, Pete, you made me watch Nightcrawler. And that was when my eyes were opened. That was when I was like, okay, hang on. There's something here. There's something to this guy. So Jake Gyllenhaal, I'm very excited to see what comes next. Saoirse Ronan, who didn't quite make the list. I haven't seen her enough. But she was she was the one that I was talking about. I had seen her in a movie called The Lovely Bones. And she's also in Lady Bird. But she, if you don't know, if you haven't seen an interview with her, you wouldn't know that she has an extremely strong, thick, hard to make out Irish accent. And she's incredible. I think she's a phenomenal actress in the things that I've seen her in, and I'm very excited to see her continue to grow as an actress. Bradley Cooper. Now, this one's interesting because I'm excited for big boy Bradley Cooper. We all know 40-year-old virgin Bradley Cooper. We all know The Hangover, Bradley Cooper. We all know, Yes Man, Bradley Cooper. He's had a couple of other serious roles more recently, but honestly, and I know this film didn't hit you the way it hit me, Pete, but the transformation that he put himself through and the character that he plays in A Star Is Born just opened my eyes to what Bradley Cooper is capable of. And so Bradley Cooper. This last one is super, super obscure. Super obscure.
Oh, boy.
It's an actor named Hero Phineas Tiffin. Now, let me tell you about Hero Phineas Tiffin. The only thing that you've likely seen him in is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. He plays 11-year-old Voldemort.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very, very brief role in that.
Tom Riddle.
He then, the movies that I've seen him in more recently is a surprisingly really good romantic teenage, I think, adaptation of a book, but like low budget, cheesy romance movie called After, where he plays a character named Hardin Scott. There was a sequel called After We Collided, and they are currently back-to-back shooting After We Fell and After Ever Happy. And the first one's definitely worth watching. The second one's not as good as the first one, but if you watch the first one because of how it ends, you won't be able to not watch the second one. But I would recommend them. The first one is on Prime. Yeah. Fun fact. He is the nephew of Ralph Fiennes.
No.
And so he got to play his uncle as an 11-year-old Tom Riddle.
That's wild.
When Uncle Ralphie
Goodness gracious.
was the ass without a nose. So that's my list. I think he's an incredible actor.
Very cool.
Hero Phineas. I think he's really, really cool.
Yeah.
And you don't get to see his acting chops really in Harry Potter. But if you watch After, yeah, he does the teenage heartthrob thing really well, but a little edgier, right? So kind of think like Riverdale, but like mix in some serious acting potential. So it's good. So who's next?
Marshall, you go ahead.
But Pedro, why don't you go first?
Sure, I could do that too. My number 5 is, or no specific order, but here's the first one I'll mention. J.K. Simmons. For me, he started in just silly roles like J. Jonah Jameson in the Sam Raimi Spider-Mans, but has become so much more to me, just in incredible movies like Whiplash or La La Land, or interesting roles like Palm Springs and Juno. So he's definitely on my list of, now my eyebrow raises when I find out there's a movie coming out with him in it. And it's not at the point where I have to see it, but it's close. He's on my radar.
I have to interject and say I think that J.K. Simmons is a menace and does not belong on your list.
Oh, really?
But
really? Okay.
No, he's a menace. Come on. That's what he calls Spider-Man, J.K. Simmons. Spider-Man's a menace.
Oh, I wish I could rewind.
I thought that was like on the nose enough that it would be okay. Well,
no,
that's fine. I'll show my way out.
No, I liked it. Did you like Did you like my pun of when I said Leonardo DiCaprio is in Titanic and universally known blockbusters? I thought that was good. Mm-hmm. Oh man, come on.
Top notch. You just confused me.
The next one on my list is Brie Larson. For me, my first introduction to her was did she do something bad?
Just a lot of she received a lot of hate for.
Oh, I wasn't sure. I was
She's not who most people wanted for Carol Danvers.
I'm so out of touch with news of celebrities that I think I misinterpreted what you said for she's done something maybe not good, and that's why it's controversial.
No, just a lot of people hate her.
Yeah. Just my introduction to her was in a teen kind of raunch comedy like 21 Jump Street. She goes from that to Room, which is, if you haven't seen it, it's a very somber topic storyline, but it's so good in what is the storytelling that's told, and specifically her, because it's one of those films that for the majority of the film it's in one setting, one room, and it's an incredible feat in her resume. She won an Academy Award for Best Actress in that film. So she's gone from just kind of silly teen comedies like that. And even Scott Pilgrim, I'm not saying that's a silly teen comedy, but the role that she plays in that film, I wouldn't say is a dimensional kind of high strung role. So she goes from roles like that to Room and The Glass Castle, more serious roles. And she, again, has captured my attention. I raise my eyebrow every time I see her, and I'm more interested in seeing some films with her in them. My next name on this list is Steve Carell. I think he's come so very far from where he was with his most iconic role in The Office, just kind of that silly, goofy, ridiculously weird character. Love him or hate him, I love him in that role, but he's gone to so much more depth in films like Beautiful Boy and The Big Short and Vice. He's really graduated to different roles, to different challenges, to different opportunities, and because of that, I now am curious whenever I see a film with him in it, and they can be more serious roles. My last two are loopholes. I did kind of technicalities here just because I ran out of space on my top 10, so I found ways to kind of squeeze them onto this list, and I'll explain why. Emma Stone makes this list for me, and it's kind of splitting hairs of, well, is she on this top 5 list or is she in top 10? But she's been in films like, say, Crazy Stupid Love that I just think are fun films, so that would be hey, she's in a top actor for me. But in other films like La La Land, Irrational Man, Birdman, she's in these kind of unique films, unique roles, dynamic roles, that now she is at the point where I am paying more attention to her. My attention is raised from maybe earlier in her career, so that is why she made this list for me. Emma Stone is number 4. Number 5,
how about that trailer for Cruella?
I mean, straight up, if it had been anyone else, I probably would have shrugged, but because it's her, I'm interested. I'm interested. My number 5, which I'm surprised you didn't mention, and weren't surprised he wasn't in my honorable mentions, again was a loophole, but I'll explain why. All right. Is Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of a loophole for me, but for me, because he was always the surfer dude. He was always the eye candy who took his shirt off because that's how you get chicks. Apparently, he was in so many romantic comedies, and that kind of was his one-trick pony, kind of what he was known for. And the reason he's on this list...
modeled your entire life after.
But he's definitely gone to another level. So in the more recent years, he's turned that corner. He's been in Lincoln Lawyer, Interstellar, True Detective, Mud, all these kind of more dimensional roles, more fascinating roles that are so contrast to what he was. And so because of that, he is now kind of in that category where I'm intrigued if he's in a film, because I'm curious if it's something he's taken on more responsibility as an actor and not just a dude who takes his shirt off.
Nice.
So that's my top 5 of On the Lookout for.
On the Lookout.
That is a dandy top 5.
Thank you. Marshall.
Alrighty.
Take us home.
So I've got 5 actors that I'm excited about watching their career, and then I've got one sort of bonus actor I put at the end that I'll explain. So at the top of this list, I've got Song Kang-ho. If you've seen the new Bong Joon-ho film Parasite,
Yeah.
he was the father of the family who were forging their way into the other family home. He was also in Snowpiercer, also by Bong Joon-ho. The Host, also by Bong Joon-ho. And Memories of Murder, also by Bong Joon-ho. And everything that I've seen him in so far, I've been very impressed with. And so I'm quite excited to explore more of his filmography. He's definitely not a young actor, but I have not encountered enough of his films thus far. So I'm quite excited to dig into his filmography.
right.
Second on this list is Barry Keoghan. I think that's how you say his last name. He's a young actor who you might recognize from Dunkirk. If you've seen Dunkirk, he was the young man on the boat who interacts with Cillian Murphy. I thought he just did an amazing job in that film. But the one that really, really hooked me onto him was he had this terrifying role in The Killing of a Sacred Deer by Yorgos Lanthimos. He just plays this ridiculously creepy and yet nuanced performance of a character that, considering how well he did it, I'm just excited for everything that's to come from him. And particularly...
He's also in the new Batman movie.
He is in the new Batman. Particularly the film I'm most looking forward to is he's going to be in a film called The Green Knight, which is, I think, a loose adaptation of the old tale, The Green Knight. Which has quite an interesting cast going for it right now, and an interesting director as well. They've got a trailer out if you're interested.
I am.
Third on my list is Walton Goggins. You might recognize him.
Why am I not surprised that your entire up-and-coming list is people that we've never heard of?
Well, if you've seen Cowboys and Aliens, you would recognize him perhaps from that. But you're more likely to recognize him from The Hateful Eight, which is the one that really sold me on him. He plays the hangman coming into town.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know. I can't picture him, but I know of it. I know the scene.
I've seen a couple other films with him in it. But the one I'm most looking forward to that I haven't seen yet is a film called Three Christs, which is, I believe, based on a true story.
I am excited for this movie.
Yeah,
I'm very excited for this movie.
It looks very interesting. And his role
I'd kind of forgotten about
really
it.
Interesting.
I saw a trailer for it, like what feels like a year ago.
I if I'm remembering correctly, it might actually be out. But
okay,
cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
2017. But yeah, I'm quite excited to watch that one by him. Fourth on my list is Imogen Poots. She
crickets. I'll get a crickets sound effect. So every time Marshall announces an actor, we just
she came to my attention in the film Green Room, which is a really haunting punk rock horror film with
right
Patrick Stewart and Anton Yelchin alongside her and a couple other actors who I don't remember their names, but one of them was in the new Fantastic Beasts film, and one of them is a reoccurring character in Peaky Blinders. But yeah, she's
sadly rest in peace, Anton.
Yeah, indeed.
Marshall, is she in Horse Girl, or am I confusing actors?
She is not in Horse Girl, but she is in Vivarium, which is another film that I love and thought she did a phenomenal job, and is also kind of a horror-ish film. And looking through her filmography, found out that she tends to gravitate to very strange and off films, and so I'm really interested in seeing her back catalog of films, as well as films she's currently coming out in. She's also going to be in Wes Anderson's French Exit, which is coming out soon, so I'm excited to see her in that.
Number 5.
And 5th on my list, I haven't seen a lot of films by him, but his name is Roberto Benigni.
Huh.
He is the main character in a film called Life is Beautiful.
Oh. That's on my to-do list.
Who is using humor to get his son through the Holocaust. It's a really powerful and hilarious film. And very sad as well. And that was my main interaction with him until I saw him in Woody Allen's To Rome with Love, where there's sort of like a side story that involves him, and it was my favorite part of the whole film. And so I've been interested in checking him out ever since, and particularly going back to an earlier comment we had tonight, he is in a film called Pinocchio that came out in 2019 as a live-action film that I'm very excited to watch.
Very interesting choices.
Thank you. So here comes my, maybe not interesting choice so much as controversial or need to justify choice.
Sure.
So my sort of bonus to this 5 is Shia LaBeouf.
Oh,
yes.
Shia LaBeouf
he's an incredible actor.
Has been in some really, really terrible films. And I think you could argue, has been a terrible actor. But there was a switch a few years ago where he really seems to have changed his approach to acting and taken his career really seriously, and has pursued a lot of lower budget films, art films, music videos, directing, stuff like that. And has been really good in pretty much everything that I've seen him in the past little bit. I wouldn't quite say that I'm sold on him in the sense that he didn't quite make my top 5 actors that I'm looking forward to, but he's kind of in this wiggle room space for me where I hope that I'll be interested in the films and the acting that he does in those films as they come out. But I'm not totally convinced of it yet.
Another lawless connection.
You know,
this is true.
Disturbia, I think Disturbia is such an underrated, fantastic film. Disturbia is so good.
I wouldn't say fantastic, but underrated for sure.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So we have a little tradition here.
Yes.
Indeed.
Marshall,
Yes.
the hell did you watch this week, boy?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. I originally didn't have much on this list, and looking forward to this episode, I figured that I would go out of my way to watch a couple more films this week. For the most part, I had been watching the TV series Twin Peaks on Pete's request. We have been watching. He's been rewatching. I've been watching for the first time, and chatting about it. So I watched the first season of Twin Peaks this week. But as for films, this week I watched a film called The Fall, which came out in 2006, which is a bizarre and interesting film. Yeah, if you're interested in checking it out, it's very inspired by Salvador Dali in its style. I also watched a film called Mary Magdalene with our boy Joaquin Phoenix in it.
Yeah, he plays
playing
Jesus.
And I thought that was quite a phenomenal film. Perhaps my favorite iteration of Jesus that I've seen on film.
Oh, wow.
I think it was some really wonderful storytelling. And I would recommend it for sure.
Wow.
And then lastly, I also watched a film called Mudbound, which came out in 2017. It's a Netflix film, and I particularly watched it because Jason Clarke is in it, who I mentioned earlier. And Jason Clarke was good. A lot of the acting was good, but it was definitely a longer film than I think it needed to be. And I definitely didn't connect with it the way a lot of the critics seem to have. But those are the three films I watched this week.
Nice.
Pete, my man. Talk to me.
I watched, obviously, as Marshall said, I've been watching Twin Peaks. This is the second time I've watched it. Man, it's such an interesting show. I feel like people either love it, hate it, or haven't heard of it. And it's a very interesting show. You know, there's times where you wonder why you're watching it. There's times you go, wow, this is really avant-garde. And there's times you go, wow, David Lynch is David Lynch. But I'm having fun watching it again, and it's so 1990s. I love it. Kyle MacLachlan almost made my honorable mentions, but he didn't. So that's fun to rewatch this show. I watched most of, I'll say a majority of The Sound of Music this week. It was mostly like watch a song, skip to the next song. I was watching it and kind of dancing with my daughter. It was the first time I've watched it or watched some of it since the passing of Christopher Plummer. So it was a very bittersweet, where it's such an amazing film, but it is quite sad that he has passed on. The other thing I watched was 50 First Dates. It was Valentine's Day, so it was time to throw in a rom-com. I hadn't seen it in a while, and I chose it as a vote option quite recently. It didn't hold up as much as I thought it would. I haven't seen it in probably over 5 years. There's like the core of a plot point that's very cute. It's very, some scenes, some acting moments that are very sincere, some very good. But I just think as a whole, I'm not sure I'll ever watch it again. And I might not. But it's not as sacred or not as emotionally valuable as I thought it was when I kind of thought on it and I hadn't seen it in a bit. So it was also kind of a bittersweet viewing because it hasn't remained in the circle of trust for me. So I wouldn't say it's a bad film, but it's definitely not as good as I remembered it. So that is what I watched this week. What did you watch, Brady?
I mean, I only watched one movie.
Oh, wow.
Hope it was good.
And did you remember the film that you forgot last week?
I did. So I'd forgotten a film from last week, which was the first Now You See Me movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was just so good. But this week, this past week, I watched one film, which I would desperately like to recommend to both of you.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
So much so to say as like a homework assignment. It redefined a genre for me. It's on Amazon Prime. It's a Prime original.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
It is the Gerard Butler film,
Oh.
Greenland.
Oh.
It's been popping up everywhere in advertisements.
Yeah.
It is a doomsday, end of the world meteorite going to hit the earth and wipe everybody out movie. So just, yeah, big disaster movie. But this film redefined the genre.
Really?
Picture the film 2012,
Yep.
but far less ridiculous. And an emotional roller coaster that you're not prepared for. There were several moments during this movie, before things even happened, before things started getting destroyed. There were moments where it felt fitting to pause the movie and just kind of regain, just gather yourself a little bit and go, okay,
Holy crap.
deep breath, and okay. Kind of the same way, like
Holy smokes.
the only other time this has happened to me was watching the first time I watched Hacksaw Ridge, where I watched like
Oh.
the first half of Hacksaw
Sure.
Ridge, and then we like got up and made some snacks or whatever, and then sat back down and watched the second half of Hacksaw Ridge, which is very, very different than the first. And during the first gruesome battle scene of Hacksaw Ridge, we like paused it to take a breather, to be like,
Oh wow.
Wow.
okay, we just need to like decompress a little bit here. We need to
Sure.
process. We need to we need to deal with what we just saw. And there's several
Jeez.
moments. There are several moments where Greenland captures the emotion, the realistic emotion and trauma of what an extinction level event would be. And it does it on such a human level that you're not prepared for, in what is seemingly on the surface just a special effects pornography disaster film.
Right.
But my God, I cannot recommend Greenland enough.
Wow. I'm
That's all I watched.
so intrigued.
Gosh.
I give it like, you didn't ask, and normally we don't do this, but I give it a 9.5 out of 10. I don't know what I
did
would have
you give
changed
it-
or made
What did you give it on Marshall scale, ironically?
on Marshall scale. I've never ranked anything on Marshall scale. On Marshall scale, it would have to be a 10.
Oh wow.
Okay.
On Marshall scale, is definitely a 10.
Wow.
And the only reason it's not a 10 on my scale is because I'm skeptical of giving 10s. That's literally it.
You are.
If I weren't
You are.
skeptical of giving 10s, it'd be a 10, hands down.
Yep.
Perfect film.
Hands down. It's so gripping and so
Yeah.
good and so well constructed. Greenland. So watch
I'm
it and then
intrigued.
tell me
Yeah.
what you think.
Wow.
All right, wrap this thing up for us, Marshall. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, can I throw out a real quick? I feel like
Yeah, you want
last
to plug
time
your book?
I feel like last time we talked, there was a debate that needed to be settled,
On what?
and it
okay.
involved a film by Sofia Coppola.
Yes. Go on.
Oh,
What say you,
Shit.
my lad?
shut up, Pete.
Last time we talked, there was a bit of a disagreement between you two as to whether or not the film Lost in Translation is a good film.
Right.
And I think you tasked me with watching it and being part of the solution to this conflict.
I wanted you to weigh in. I wanted you to weigh in.
Yeah. Well, I'm right in the middle.
Really?
Yeah, not a great film, not a terrible film.
No.
No, had some nice moments. I can't settle this debate.
I think
you're both wrong.
I think if you're in I think if you're in the right mood, and I don't know what that mood is, but if you're in the right mood, I think you could watch it and not feel like it was terrible.
Right.
But I don't understand the stars aligning in such a way that you watch it and think to yourself, "My God, it can only go downhill from here." Like it's I don't know, man. It's so I'm on a Reddit right now called "What is so good about Lost in Translation."
Oh wow.
There you go.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Let it speak to you. Let it speak.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for
here's
did you find something?
yeah, and here's the response. Someone's like, "What is so good about Lost in Translation?"
Yeah.
And the highest upvoted answer is the Japanese neon in the beginning.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. There's also
there
a
you
crude
go.
answer here about a clearly braless Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, come on.
So apparently, that's the two things the film has going for it.
Nope.
Well, there you
Nope.
go.
Nope.
Marshall, thank you so freaking much, dude.
My
Thank you,
pleasure.
Marshall.
Thanks for having me.
You're definitely going to be on again. Pete and I are actually, life is so crazy right now in a bunch of different ways. But we are batting around the idea. I think we unanimously agreed that another live stream will happen again at some point. We just don't know when and to what capacity. But when that happens, you'll definitely be, you'll definitely be a part of it.
Would love to
we'll
be.
help raise funds for your skin condition.
Appreciate it.
Because we care. We care.
I appreciate that.
And no one should have an itchy. Yeah, but it's been good. It's been good having you.
I agree.
And Pete.
Maybe next time we'll do something like top 10 favorite directors or something like that.
Yeah, maybe next time. Yeah, maybe next time. Maybe next time we'll do
keep
something,
up the
something
top
fun.
10s.
Yeah.
Or the top 10
I was
things
thinking-
we like about Lost in Translation.
Or
Yeah.
a nice long debate, Lost in
Or
Translation
just
versus
our-
Cowboys and
or-
Aliens.
Or just a list of our favorite things.
Ooh. Just in general.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
Like
Well-
silver white winters that melt into spring and
Oh, yeah. Yep.
shit like that.
Thank
tell the
you,
people-
everyone, for
tell
listening.
the people what to do, Pete.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you, Marshall, for joining us. Please, everyone, check out our links below. Like, follow, subscribe, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You know what to do. Like, comment on this episode page. We love hearing from you. Give us some feedback. If you want to borrow the copy of The Judge from Brady, please reach out to us. Yeah, if you're feeling so inclined to help support the show, help it maintain its own, and help us to grow, check out our Patreon page, our merchandise page. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate you listening. And until next time, thank you for listening.
All right. I think that was good. That was good. All right.
Take two?
You guys, you ready to do it for real?
I'm ready to record.